I'll tell you a story as true as I can about a brutal struggle when the miners took their stand. And the war upon Paint Creek, it'll give your heart a chill when there was bloodletting in these hills. Near the mouth of Kelly's Creek, the miners gathered round to hear an old woman speak who'd lately come to town. And Mother Jones cried out in a voice profane and shrill, gonna be a hell of a lot of bloodletting in these hills. Now the miners wanted pennies for each ton of loaded coal. When the word came from the company, the answer it was no. And the miners, they decided they'd finally had their fill, so let there be bloodletting in these hills. The company was greedy, and that there was no doubt. The miners, they were ready, and a strike it soon broke out. The company hired gun thugs to break the miners' will when there was bloodletting in these hills. Now the miners and their families were soon without a home. They set up a tent city out near Holly Grove, and the frozen ground was hard, locked in winter's chill when the bloodletting came into these hills. From Huntington, a special train soon was headed east, bulletproofed and armored like some giant iron beast. With belt-fed machine guns, Quinn, Morton, and Sheriff Hill, to bring the bloodletting to these hills. It was early in the morning, the miners sleeping on the ground, when without warning came that violent, hateful sound. The machine guns raked the miners' tents, Sesko Step was killed when there was bloodletting in these hills. The air soon filled with gun smoke as the miners took their stand, with a 30-30 rifle in each dirty, calloused hand. They hit the camp at Mucklow and 16 men were killed when there was bloodletting in these hills. There were skirmishes at Dry Branch and at Eskdale. They swore they'd send every Baldwin Phelps man straight to hell, with martial law declared, 200 thrown in jail when there was bloodletting in these hills. The war it finally ended when Dr. Hatfield took control. He strung on the coal bosses to give a pittance for their coal. Both sides claimed the victory, but it's argued over still when there was bloodletting in these hills. There was a hell of a lot of bloodletting